Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at EZA INT Future GOHAN. This is the newest EZA that just came out yesterday as I'm recording this video. So we're going to quickly go through his kit, what he's able to do, and then we'll go and jump into an event. I'm actually going to jump into 2 events for this showcase because this character does get significantly stronger when we're up against a certain type of enemy. So I'm going to go against a generic enemy at the start, and then we're going to jump into another event where we're going to be able to show this guy's full potential against like the type of enemy he was meant to be run against. So, feature skill, we have Bond of Master and Disciple or Hybrid Saiyans, Key 3, 170% across the board. His super attack prior to transforming is the Explosive Barrage, greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, so 50% raise for 1 turn, then does immense damage. Passive is the Tenacious Warrior, key +1, and attack and defense plus 150%. I think him getting that 1 key is actually pretty good. Then he gets an additional attack and defense plus 50% when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 58% when HP is 70% or less. It is very important to note that that can activate mid-turn. So if you start the turn with higher than 70% HP, and then in the middle of the turn, let's just say the character in slot 1, which is a different unit than this character, takes a super attack and then you fall below 70% HP, this character's damage reduction, this 50% damage reduction, will activate in the middle of the turn. So that's pretty good design, I think, for this character. Then he gives Bond of Master and Disciple category allies 2 key and attack and defense plus 50%. So he's basically starting the turn with 3 extra key, which is nice. Then he has a high chance of guarding all attacks, so 50% chance of guarding all attacks when there is an ally whose name includes Trunks attacking in the same turn. So coin flip chance to guard, not really a huge proponent of that, but on a character that already has pretty good defense, I'll take that. And then of course he transforms when conditions are met, which we'll go over in a second. So in terms of his links, we have All in the Family, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Cold Judgment, Experienced Fighters, Dismal Future, and Fierce Battle. Pretty decent link set. I don't think there's really anything too much to complain about here. Maybe Cold Judgment could have been something else, but it's not that big of a deal. And then categories, we have Bond of Master and Disciple, Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Android/Cell Saga, Goku's Family, Super Saiyan, Transformation Boost, All Out Struggle, Connected Hope, Bond of Parent and Child, and Earth-Bred Fighters. So this character's Transformation Condition actually was not changed from the pre-EZA form. He transforms when HP is 58% or more with an ally whose name includes Trunks on the team starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. It's honestly not a terrible condition. And the way that they design this is pretty interesting too, because I think there will be instances where you just straight up don't want to transform with this character, but because this character is a traditional transformation, I don't even know what, like, he's not an active skill transformation, he's a traditional transforming unit, which means that you don't have control over when to activate the transformation. But because he needs to have a Trunks on the team to transform, you can kind of like not have him transform if you don't want to, by just simply not including a Trunks on the team. So I think there is merit in them not changing the condition, because one of the things they could have done is just remove the condition of him needing Trunks to transform. I think it would have been pretty good. Obviously, it would have been a lot easier from the transform, but again, there is actually merit to maybe not wanting to transform with this character because he is a support character in base, whereas he actually loses the support once he transforms. So let's assume he transforms here. His super attack effect becomes immense damage, and he infinitely stacks attack. And then he gets a medium chance of performing a critical hit. So the way that this should work is he should be able to get 30% crit for every super he does, and that should stack. So this is a character that we'll see in a second has built-in additionals. So every super attack he does during the turn will add an extra 30% chance for him to perform a crit during that turn. So really not that big of a reason to go a bunch of crit on this character, I don't think. Then we have the passive. So he actually starts with 3 key and then gets 150% attack and defense. So again, key should not be a problem for this unit. Then he gets an additional attack and defense plus 58% when performing a super attack. Reduces damage received by 58%. So that now becomes a unconditional 58% damage reduction instead of him having to be below 70%, which is nice. Then he gets an extra key and an extra 40% attack per Bond of Master and Disciple category ally attacking in the same turn. So remember, that should count himself, because it does not say self-excluded, which it typically would if it would exclude himself. So he can get up to 3 key and 120% attack, I believe, from there. So with the key plus 3 he gets from the start of turn, from the first part of the passive, he can actually, if you are running a full Bond of Master and Disciple team, this character actually starts at 12 key. So he actually needs 0 ki at all, which is crazy. Then he launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is an ally whose name includes Trunks attacking in the same turn. So he gets a guaranteed additional with a 50% chance that it becomes a super attack. And then, this is the part that I mentioned in the beginning of the video where he needs to be fighting a specific enemy to get his full potential out. Launches an additional super attack when there is an Androids or Future Saga category enemy. So, of course, we are currently in the middle of getting stages for the Dismal Future Red Zone event. So this character, of course, is going to perform way better against, well, I don't even know if I want to say way better, but he's going to be able to rack up a bunch more damage versus a Androids or Future Saga category enemy. So we're going to start with this character in a long event, just to see if we can get some good turns out of this character later in the event. And then we'll jump in against a future Android Saga category enemy later. His link set slightly changes, so what does he lose here? He loses Saiyan Warrior Race and Saiyan Lineage for Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Those are pretty common links regardless. And then in terms of my build for this character, I think there is slight merit to going crit a little bit on this unit just because he doesn't have any built-in crit for his passive or anywhere prior to transforming. So if you're somebody who's intending on, having this character on a team that maybe isn't going to have him transform a lot of the time, crit could make sense here. But I opted to go for mostly additional with some dodge. And the main reason why is because this character in base form does actually get additional defense from super attacking. He gets a 50% raise. And I actually think that 50% raise is going to be pretty significant because remember, he's not only getting 50% from his super attack effect, he's getting 50% from his passive, which is going to activate first. So in the defense calculation for this character in his base form, he's going to be getting the 50% from his passive first, and then the super attack effect 50% will kick in. So him getting potentially double supers in his base form here, that extra 50% defense is going to matter a lot, I think. So him getting additionals in base is going to be good. And then, of course, when we transform into the Super Saiyan form, he already has built-in crit from his super attack effect, so we don't really need to worry about that. I just felt like additionals would be better there. And then I threw some dodge on him just because I just felt like it would be better than giving him a crit. So that's the reason. All right, so we are going to jump into the Frieza Red Zone stage first. And then again, like I mentioned, we'll jump into a different stage where there's a future android enemy. Maybe we'll jump in against Cell, the Red Zone Cell fight after this. Now, here's the one downside, at least for global players right now with this character. This guy actually has access to only a few 200% teams. You would think he would fit on the LR Vegito Blue team, but he actually doesn't fit under the 200%. I think he can still work fine on that team. He's just not getting the 200%. And for the initial showcase, I definitely want to show him on a 200% lead. So I think, off the top of my head, the teams that I can think of that this guy fits under a 200% leader skill for, I believe he fits under the STR Exchange Goku and Gohan from the Cell games. I think he fits under LR Ultimate Gohan, the physical superhero LR Ultimate Gohan team, and then Tech Super Trunks. And I actually think this character would work pretty well on the Tech Super Trunks team, but we don't have access to that on Global, so we are going to go with the Carnival LR Kid Gohan team initially here. This is a 200% leader skill for him. I'm not a huge fan of the setup, though, because this basically means we are going to be floating 2 Carnival Kid Gohans off each rotation. I don't think that's a good strategy for this Kid Gohan, but because he has to get hit to build up, and he's not really going to get hit too many times in slot 3, presumably. So regardless, we're going to try with the setup here. We're going to go into the Frieza Red Zone event. Again, 200% leader skill for future Gohan. We're going to have him linked up next to Father, Son, Gallant Gun, Vegeta, and Trunks to fulfill that Trunks condition for his post-transform state to get the extra additional. And then once we do that, we'll jump into the Cell stage, I think, of Red Zone. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into this, and we'll see how we do. All right, so let's go. Let's unmute this now. We can actually play the music. All right, so what do we got? Slot 7, you say? All right, well, not much we could do about that, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and turn off the skip and get things started here. We're going to have a double intro here, huh? So. All right, so I guess we put Gohan in the middle just because I want him to get as many stacks as possible by getting hit. 355 is what he starts at. Okay, let's have Vegeta and Trunks get a stack here, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that we got him in slot 7. So that means we're only going to get one turn of him in base form, but I mean, that's fine. We should be able to still get a fair representation of what he's able to do in base from this. And then when he transforms on turn 5, we will begin stacking attack via his Super Attack effect when he's Super Saiyan. All right. So Vegeta and Trunks will get hit a few times to get built up. Gohan's going to get built up by supering and then also by getting hit a bunch of times. Hopefully Gohan does not kill here. Please don't. Please don't additional super. I mean, he's going to get an additional, but hopefully it's just a normal. All right. I mean, he's not going to kill off of this, but I mean, if it crits, maybe. Okay, stop. Okay, we're fine. He's still going to get hit. Nice. That's fine. This should do 0. Yep. 4 hits right off the bat. Like, that is pretty good for this Gohan. All right, then Piccolo will finish this guy off here, and we will jump into the second turn, which is going to be the Piccolo rotation. Orange Piccolo plus physical Piccolo. Okay. So once again, we're just going to have Gohan float here. Where's the super? No super at all. Okay, that's good. I am going to avoid doing as much damage as possible. Let's do this. Want to make sure you stack. And then I want to make sure you stack. Alright, so I don't think we'll kill him this turn. It's a very low chance. Okay, nice. Additional normal's good. Yeah, he's definitely not going to die on this turn. So we should be able to get at least one attack in with the future Gohan. I mean, it doesn't really matter because he doesn't stack anything from attacking in base. But I at least want to see what kind of numbers he's putting up. All right, Piccolo double super, nice. And then Gohan's going to get his stack in, and he's going to get hit a few times. So he'll be stacking up a little bit too. Again, this INT Gohan is not really a character that's designed to be floating like this. I mean, you can definitely get away with it, but it's tough for him to be building up at like any acceptable rate if you're floating him like this. Okay, so this is obviously a slot 2 character because not only is he getting the 50% attack and defensive boost from his passive, but he's also getting a 50% attack and defensive boost via his super attack effect as well. So he's getting a massive amount of defense from super attacking. All right, so start of turn, he is at 217,000 defense here. I guess I should just quickly mention that I did give him a defensive skill orb because defense typically works pretty well with damage reduction. So right now, we clearly don't have his damage reduction active because we have to be below 70% HP, which again, it does work in the sense that you can fall below 70. So let's just say, for example, this is not going to happen, but let's just say Vegeta and Trunks get supered in slot 1 and we fall below 70% HP. Gohan's damage reduction, his 50% damage reduction for being below 70% HP, will actually trigger mid-turn, which is pretty good. That design, I think, is very, very nice for him. So let's just see. I mean, he still can be guarding because remember, he has a 50% chance to guard when there's a Trunks on rotation. So right now he's at 217. He's getting 50% attack and defense from super attacking from his passive. So that's going to bring him up to, like, what is that? 300 and, like, let's just call it 325,000 defense. He will then get another 50% boost on top of that from his super attack effect. So he's going to be at 325. So he's going to be getting another 50% on top of that. Let's just, I guess let's say 160. So he'll be at like 483,000 defense after super attacking one time. If he doubles supers, at that point he'd be over 600,000. So that's why I feel like it's pretty good to give him additionals in base form because he can reach a pretty decent level of defense in base form here. But again, if he's not guarding and if he does not have his damage reduction active, he can get crushed, right? So that is the one thing to keep in mind. All right, so let's do this, and then let's just do that. We have a full int rotation here, so unless we get some crits, I don't think we're going to be killing this Frieza here, but we'll see. Don't forget that this Gohan is also providing the 50% support to the rotation, so that's pretty good. All right. Remember, this Frieza didn't super last turn, so... Okay, just not supering at all, that's fine. All right, so Gohan's up to 7.2, which is pretty good, considering what he's doing here, support character. Let's see if he's guarding. Does not give me the additional, and he was not guarding, okay. If Frieza would have supered right away, he actually... I think this Gohan would have taken a lot of damage. He probably would have taken like 250,000 damage from this Frieza, and this Frieza doesn't hit that hard. All right, I don't think we'll kill him unless this guy crits and then gives me another additional crit. Yeah, we're fine. All right, so he'll get one stack here. Fine. Oh, he got his attack buff. All right, let's just do this. He's supering in the front, which doesn't matter. Let's just do this to try and get some stacks in with the physical Piccolo. And we should be good here. So we're going to be transforming with Future Gohan on the next turn. That's fine. Hopefully this Tech Piccolo doesn't kill. 10 million, he's probably dead. Yeah, nice just casual 10 million 12 key super. Okay. He is fully built up now. Yeah, he's just dead. All right. All right, here we go with the transformation. All right. So we have 4 out of 7 here. We are missing Cold Judgment and Experienced Fighters. Golden Warrior doesn't really matter. But, I mean, you guys can see he's starting at max key. Not really going to be an issue for him. He has 273,000 defense. Remember, he's getting 58% defense on super attack from his passive. So what's that going to put him at? Like 400k-ish? A little bit over 400k defense. Then he also has the 58% damage reduction, which is now unconditional. So he should be able to eat hits fairly well, unless we're talking about like type disadvantage, like monster bosses. He should be doing pretty well. I think this Future Gohan is actually a character transformed where he'll be a pretty good partner with LR Vegito Blue. And the reason why I say that is because not that they're going to link up the greatest, but this is a character that I don't think will just straight up get one shot from a lot of tough bosses, but he will take a lot of damage, which means you would then be able to fuse right into LR AGL Vegito Blue. So that could be an interesting pairing there. Okay, so I guess the one thing to mention is we do, unfortunately, when he transforms, lose the support. Vegeta and Trunks are looking pretty good here, but we're here to see Gohan. So with this setup, right? How many times can this Gohan additional with this? So he can super 3 times on this turn because we have the Trunks on rotation, and then he can also get the hidden potential. So he can super up to 3 times here. Let's see how this goes. All right, so they're gonna get super. This is gonna do like nothing. Yep. And don't forget, he is building up his crit chance by 30%, because that's what medium chance is. He's getting 30% crit chance per super attack that he does. Which is the main reason why I didn't really go all out with crits on this character, because he does not need the extra hidden potential system crit most of the time. All right, Future Gohan, let's go. 9.3. Okay, this is with no support on rotation. That's pretty good. You can give us 3 of these. So no crit on that one. Okay, we do get the second one, 9.7. So this now has a 60% chance to crit. There we go. And he unfortunately does not give us the third. Wow, not even a normal. My Gohan does have 21 additional, so it's a bit unfortunate we did not get the 42% chance on either of those hits there, but that's fine. So remember, he also is stacking attack permanently every time he supers, so the next turn we have this character on rotation. He'll have a decently higher attack stat, on top of the fact that we're going to have STR Piccolo on rotation too. So, all right, let's just kill this guy. I'm not going to hold back right now. Let's just kill him. I want to make sure we phase into AGL Frieza on the next turn. I want to work with a full health bar. We should be able to kill here. I don't really see a world where this Frieza lives this turn. Let's go. Okay, nice crit. And then Physical Piccolo should just take him out. Cool. All right, so AGL Frieza. This is where this fight starts to hit a little bit hard. So hopefully, wow, that is unlucky. I would have heard if he just supered a ton in the middle, or attacked a lot in the middle. Okay, well, we get experienced fighters with Piccolo. So I'm really tempted just to put him in slot 1 to see how he eats these attacks, but we would see a higher attack stat with this, so I'm gonna leave it like this. Sure, let's just do it like this. Let's see how this works. Let's see if this guy's gonna super right away. He probably will super on one of these attacks. No super. Okay. Well, I'm glad I put him in the middle then, if he wasn't going to super in the front. All right, Future Gohan, let's see what you got. They're going to give me an additional, okay. As long as Future Gohan is consistently giving us 2 supers, I think I'm fine with that, right? I mean, he's not building defense with the super attack effect, like 12 million, okay. But it is raising his attack, which I guess can matter if it's a longer fight. Okay, it's looking pretty good. He crit on that first hit as well. He can give us a third. He has it in him to do it. All right, and we did get it. Okay, yeah, nice 12, 12, 13. So nice 37 million attack stat, which he's critting on every attack here. There's a 90% chance to crit. Yeah. Is Frieza gonna live? Actually, it would be really cool if Frieza lived this, and then we could just finish him off with the next rotation and then come into full power Frieza with this rotation again. Okay, this actually works out perfectly. This is really, really good. We're going to get a full health final boss to play with now. I mean, it doesn't matter. Let's just do this. It really doesn't matter what we do. All right, so this guy's dead. And now we get to move on to full power Frieza. We should be fine against him. We have a full int rotation, I believe, actually, so there's no way we can even die. All right, so I'm actually not... I'm not even going to use this Gohan's active skill. All right, so 273 defense here. Let's just leave things like this. Actually, we could just put him in slot 1. We lose out on All in the Family, actually. That does matter. So he's 227. Has a 273. You can see the massive difference in defense that All in the Family gives. All right. I will leave it like this. Do I? I mean, he's gonna. So I guess this is just going. This just comes down to predicting where we think Frieza's gonna super. Obviously, there's a higher chance he supers in the front. I guess for the sake of the showcase, we'll just put him in the front. Now, clearly, this Gohan will tank better once he supers, but there's a really high chance he gets super before he gets to attack. But we have type advantage and we have 50% damage reduction, so there's no way we die anyway. Like, there's no scenario in which this character dies here. So let's just do this. Hopefully he supers after we attack. All right, don't super. Okay, perfect. All right, so now he can super. We're up to 11.3 million. Now, remember, we're missing Piccolo's support here, which is why we're a little lower on this turn. He can still give us 3 of these. Oh my god, so much damage. Yeah, he can do another one. Let's see it. Come on. One more. He actually did give us the triple twice in a row. Wow. All right, Frieza, go ahead and super. Watch him super in the middle. You know how much damage he just did on this turn? That's crazy. Go ahead, super. Oh my god, he's not gonna super. Are you serious? He's actually gonna super in the middle? No way. All right, well, I mean, there's a chance we just kill him, right? If this character triple supers, he's dead. Probably. Ah, they didn't. Yeah, watch him actually super here. No super. Is he gonna super Gohan at the end? I mean, that's fine. Gohan can kill him. Yeah, he's just dead. All right, well, we got to see his damage. I mean, this was a good damage showcase for him, but we're going to go ahead and jump into the Cell Red Zone stage because that stage has an Android or Future Saga enemy, so we can get the extra additional with this Gohan. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show the turns with Gohan in this fight. Let me turn off the animations, actually. Oh, wait, no, they already were on. Okay. I'm just going to show the turns with Future Gohan in this fight. We already saw, this video is already pretty long. I don't want this to go on forever. Okay, so I rotated off Trunks, Vegeta and Trunks from last turn, so they're going to come onto rotation here. I guess we'll just do this, leave Piccolo on rotation. So Gohan is at 238. Let's just go ahead and do this. We will give Piccolo or Gohan that. And Gohan can grab this. All right, let's see what he can give us here. He's probably going to be above 8 million, I would assume, on this turn. Let's see. Yeah, he's almost at 9. 8.9 million. That's a lot for a character like this who's supporting. Okay. There's the additional, but it's only a normal dam. All right, well, at least Gohan's going to be able to get a stack here. And we will be back in the next turn where we're going to get the transformation with this Gohan. Start supering like crazy, because remember, the Cell is going to trigger his extra super attack, so... Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and transform here with our friend Future Gohan. Okay, let's obviously do this. Okay, he's not even attacking the middle slot here. All right, well, this is I'm going to avoid doing a lot of damage with these guys just because Future Gohan at this point, remember, he can super 4 times now with this rotation in this event because Cell. So, let's just do this. All right, let's see. He's going to heal, which is good. You're going to need as much health as you possibly can get, buddy. This is going to hurt. Future Gohan. So I guess it's possible for him to do... So at the very least, he's doing 2 supers, right? Because the super against an Android or Future Saga enemy is guaranteed. Then he has a 50% chance to super from having a Trunks, and then he has the hidden potential system, which, again, my Gohan has 21 additional, so it's... 42% chance per attack, and then there's a 50% chance that ends up being a super. Okay, so over 11 million he's starting with. Remember, he's going to be rapidly building up his attack. All right, we got another one that's guaranteed. Actually, this might have been the Trunks additional, so this one I don't think was guaranteed. We should be getting the guaranteed one after this. Don't crit. Okay, he crit, and then there's the third one. Yeah, against a Future Saga enemy or an Android enemy, this character is ridiculous transformed. Like, look at this. All right, so we actually ended up stunning him in the prior turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and put Future Gohan in slot 1 here. Same defense that we usually see with him. Okay, let's just go ahead and start destroying him. He's not living this turn, right? I think what I'm going to do is we're going to probably just kill him here, right? And then next turn, I'll try and kill the buff Cell so that we can come back onto this rotation with a full health final phase of Cell. All right, so there's the first one. There's another super. We should be able to get a third one. Again, I think the second attack here is the 50% chance with Trunks in rotation or on the team. So we should get another third one after this. Yep, and we can get a fourth. We can do it. I don't think he's going to kill even with a crit here, so maybe we can try and get that fourth one. Come on, give me a quad super turn. Go for it. As a normal, but he's still going to die. All right, well, I mean, that's a lot of damage. That is why we came into this event to see that. All right, let's skip to the next turn here. All right, so I made a mistake. I orange Piccolo'd, and it was instant death for that phase of Cell. So I'm actually going to try and do as little damage as possible here. He's supering at the end, which do I really care? I don't even think... Has my Piccolo even taken a single hit? Yeah, we should be fine here. I don't think... Or STR Piccolo should be fine. You know, let's just do as little damage as possible. Let's do this. We'll drop the green orb for that Piccolo at the end. He doesn't need the super to live, so let's just do it this way. And then we'll get the final turn in with Future Gohan on the other rotation. But let me know... Oh, he's super because of Piccolo, I forgot. Let me know what you guys think of this EZA INT Future Gohan. I think he's actually pretty good. There is a little bit of luck that plays into his transform version, right? Are you getting the guard? Are you going to fall below 70% to get the damage reduction active? If the stars line up and you have both his damage reduction and guard activated, I feel like there's not much in the game that can even damage him at that point, right? 50% chance to, or sorry, 50% damage reduction plus guard with like 400,000-ish defense. Like, he's looking pretty good at that point. But if you get into the opposite position where he's not guarding and he doesn't have his damage reduction active, he can get crushed pretty easily. So we're going to go ahead and finish off Cell here. That's good. Actually, can we get the farthest thing Gallic Gun? We cannot. All right. 227,000 defense. I'm just going to put him in slot 1. I don't really care. Let's just do this and see if we can finish him like this. Let's do this. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this unit. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.